Helldivers 2 Weapons Tier List. Alrighty then. Today we're ranking every primary and secondary in Helldivers 2, from freedom delivering S tiers all the way down to weapons that might be secret automaton spy ops. With the new drum mags, recoil dampeners, and scopes in play, the meta's been flipped harder than a bug under orbital bombardment. Let's dive in weapon by weapon and determine what you should be packing when democracy calls. And remember, if you disagree with any of these opinions, leave a comment because I value your opinion. Good. You're wrong, I'm right, and your breath stinks. Keep in mind, for this list, it's going to be an overarching tier list. If you stick around to the end, I'll give my personal favorites for each front. Starting off with these weapons, they are squad staples, not always top tier, but dependable in the right hands. Or hilariously bad in the wrong ones. First up, we got the AR-23 Liberator. First gun you can get in the game, and it's called the Liberator because it literally liberates ammo as fast as possible. Especially if you're going with the Viper's Commando variant, it has a very high rate of fire. I'll give this gun a B ranking. Now, we do have two other variants of the guns that we've already mentioned. From the Liberator variants, we have the Concussive and the Penetrator. Both of these guns have their own niche and land in two very separate categories for me. The Penetrator landing in about an A category, with the Concussive pretty underwhelming against bugs, still pretty decent against bots though. Gonna land at about a C. SG8 Slugger. Slugs so heavy they count as stratagems. A tier. MP98 Knight. The Knight absolutely shreds anything within its first few seconds of dropping. After those seconds, you're sadly on your last mag. B tier. One of my personal favorites, the R6 Deadeye. It's like delivering a court-martial from across the map. The only downside being is just make sure you hit your shots. A tier. SMG72 Pummeler. Fast, fun, and loud, like a little patriotic firework. B tier. Talking about SMGs, we have the Defender, a very good and solid SMG. I would give this a very respectable B tier. Now, let's look at some weapons that aren't bad, just misunderstood. SG8 Punisher, because sometimes a standard shotgun just doesn't feel punishing enough. Pump action shotgun, C tier. And in case of the variant, doesn't really change my mind too much for the Punisher Plasma, still a C tier. R63 Diligence. Pretty good sniper, C rank, but bugs aren't going to wait for you to reload. SMG 32 Reprimand, that's an A rank for me. Plus, on top of that, all the new primary attachments that you can add on top of it. The last weapon that I feel like is a little misunderstood and maybe not taken as much is the P4 Senator, a revolver with more authority than your CO. It gives a well-deserved A rank for me. Alrighty, time to bring out the weapons that make the bugs cry and the automatons malfunction in fear. These aren't guns, these are war crimes with trigger discipline. Oh, the SG Breaker variants. These shotguns are so good, the bugs have started attending AA meetings for addiction to getting blasted. These guns have plenty of choices for attachments to use, my favorite being the drum mag for the original Breaker. Choose your loadout and you'll learn very quickly that this gun is an absolute menace on the battlefield. It's hard to follow up those weapons, but let me tell you, this gun can stand on its own 2 feet. We got the Tenderizer. This gun is an absolute boss killer. This is the new assault rifle meta. Easy and deserved S rank. We're going to be throwing a few secondaries into the S rank tier. First off is going to be the Redeemer. It's a secondary, but it feels like a primary in a pistol's body. Short range, but deletes bugs and bots up close. This being one of the first secondaries that every Helldiver gets, it is a tried and true classic. Love this little SMG, gets an S rank from me. Next up, we got the Talon. This is an energy-based pistol with infinite ammo, granted only infinite if you don't overheat it. With the heat balancing patch that came out, this makes this gun ideal for sustained fire. I just can't wait till we can put attachments on our secondaries so these weapons become even better. Easy S rank for me, comes in clutch a lot. We're gonna drop in one more S rank while we're here, and you guessed it, the Ultimatum, baby. Honestly, this gun is really fun to use, but are you going to be using it all the time? Yes, it does come in handy if you have a charger running straight at you, other big tanks, but in the end, it only has 2 shots. But that doesn't matter, baby. I love this gun. It's the best. I don't care. S rank. Definitely more of a meme rank, but honestly, if we're going to be putting things up there in S rank, let's throw the melees up in there too. I love these things. Okay, maybe I got a little overzealous there. It's probably not S rank. If I were to give the melees a genuine score, honestly, it's probably around a C or a D. As much as I love wielding a sword and looking like a pirate, unfortunately, the killing power with these melees is not the best. Granted, you can use the ballistic shield and it's pretty good, but still, not the best. Next up on the docket, we got a few C tiers. These are the weapons you use when you're either very brave or very new. That being said, we Helldivers won't judge you, but Super Earth might. The SG451 Cookout. It's got fire, but so does a bad barbecue. C tier. After that, we got the P113 Verdict. Speaking of Verdict, this gun is guilty of mediocrity. C tier. STA-11 SMG. C tier. Last 7 Dagger. C tier. P11 stim pistol, C tier. Plas 15 loyalist, C tier. Getting bored of C tiers already? Me too. Let's go back up to the S ranks. And oh baby, let me tell you, you're in for a treat. First up, the R36 Eruptor. Want to turn 10 bugs into chunky salsa? The Eruptor's your guy. In terms of keeping crowd control down, this gun is your go-to. Unfortunately, with the new primary update, it didn't get a whole lot added to it, but still a very good weapon. This buddy definitely deserves S rank. Up next, we get the Plas 101 Purifier. Might as well talk about the Scorcher while we're here, because they are in the same family. Great against all factions, and let me tell you, it purifies Super Earth like a confession booth. Really did not like this gun at first, but thankfully, after a while, this gun got a much needed buff, and now is a essential weapon in all fronts. Given both of these weapons S rank. Oh, it's beautiful. It's even better than I imagined. The Las 16 Sickle, or the Double Edge if you're feeling a little feisty. These sickles are so precise, they make automatons wish they had feelings. Having two different variants to choose from, if you want to go for the more dangerous side, go for the Double Edge. Light, medium, and heavy armor penetrating capabilities, this gun is a beast. But if you're looking for a more safe option, stick to the regular sickle. This gun still has light armor penetration, but still super good against clearing enemies. These two guns get a well-deserved S rank. Leaving those lovely guns for a second, we're going to hop on down to the D ranks. Let's just say, if you pick these weapons, you know those questionable life decisions that everyone's always asking you about? Well, these are it. I'm not going to get a whole lot of likes for this and probably going to be disagreed with, but starting off, we got the Flamethrower. Honestly, it's only really that good in bug missions. Yeah, it's okay at Illuminate, but it's not really that great. I honestly love using this weapon. Combine it with the Hover Pack and it is a deadly combo. But that being said, honestly, it's not the best use of your primary slot. If you're going to take in a flamethrower, just take in the genuine flamethrower. And essentially, the same thing goes for the secondary. I probably would have ranked these higher, but considering the primary update that just came out, buffing almost every single primary, it kind of knocks this weapon down a little bit, considering that it got absolutely no attachments. If you're a big fan of using flames in your everyday loadout, please use this weapon. It is by no means a bad weapon, it is just only good against one front. So, in a overall tier list, you two are getting D tier. Now, here's the gun that's probably most expected to end up in this rank, the Constitution. Thankfully, this weapon comes with a bayonet included, in case you want to duel a charger, like it's 1812. Purely a ceremonial weapon, please, for the love of all Helldivers, stop using it on the front. That's a D tier. Next, we have the P2 Peacemaker, ironically named, considering how little peace it brings. This gun is the one you get when you first start out the game, and let me tell you, it is hot garbage. Please get rid of this as fast as you can with literally anything that you can. And the last one to go in the D tier ranking for now is going to be the Plas 39 Accelerator Rifle. I don't know if it's just me, but personally, I hate sniping in this game. Maybe it's just because the game is so chaotic, but it doesn't really tend to fit my playstyle. Heading away from the D ranks and moving towards the B ranks, we have a surprise gun that I did not think would end up here. This gun made a surprise last minute change, and thanks to the new passive upgrade, this gun is amazing. You guessed it, it's the Amendment. Being buffed with better handling and damage, this gun is now sneaky, good, and especially great for burst damage playstyles. We got a few more guns heading up here in the B rank, starting off with the Halt. This gun's got regular rounds and stun rounds. It's like two shotguns in one, effective for crowd control and robots. With the ability to stun a charger, I love this gun. Not my favorite shotgun, but still very good. This next pick might be a surprise, as considering that I feel like everyone else puts it in S rank, the Exploding Crossbow. I could see this gun being pushed towards an A, but honestly with the new primary updates that came out, it's been pushed down considering it didn't get any new attachments. This gun, however, is silent and deadly, exploding bolts at a trap element that's great for both bots and bugs. That being said, if you're going to take a weapon from the Democratic Detonation Warbond, I highly recommend the Eruptor. We got the Las 5 Scythe. With heat tuning, this infinite laser rifle is more viable now. Works great in sustained fights, especially against bots and Illuminate. Gonna give this gun a solid B rank. And to finally be rounding out the B ranks, we got the last weapon in here, the SG8 Bushwhacker. This bad boy fires slugs into tanks like it's doing community service. This gun always seemed a little goofy to me, wasn't my favorite. Recoil was so insane, if you shoot it, you'll end up in the town over. Not my favorite, but still a pretty good gun. I'll give it a very unbiased B tier. Heading up towards the A rank weapons, we have the Adjudicator. This thing slaps harder post-patch thanks to the recoil control buff and clean optic options. Fire rate's going to be a little low, but it has medium armor penetrating. I love this thing, earns an A rank from me. Following that, we have the STA-52 Assault Rifle. You, sir, get dubbed an A rank. And finally, to round out the A ranks, we have the ARC 12 Blitzer, a shotgun that shoots lightning, great in tight corridors, especially against bots. Post-update heat tuning makes it far more usable. This gun excels at crowd control. I'd give it a very deserved and earned A rank. And finally, to round out the list, we have 2 more S ranks to add. Starting off first, you know it, you love it, it's the Jar 5 Dominator, baby. Splash damage, huge hit power, and now better with recoil mods. This is my top pick versus bots. You already know, it's an S rank. And finally, you already know it, it's the grenade pistol. Ever wanted to take down a whole hive nest just armed with one single explodey boy? Well, this guy's your choice. Let me tell you, the grenade pistol is quite a unit. Equipped this thing when I first got the Democratic Detonation Warbond, and I've never looked back. This gun has amazing utility whether or not you need to clear out a horde in front of you or clear out a nest. This gun is the jack of all trades. Fortunately, this gun is only a secondary, but it should be a primary with how much I use it. Get up there, champ. You know you deserve it. And before I get out of here, I'm going to give some faction-specific weapons to use. Starting off, for what you should use for the bugs, it's definitely going to be the Breaker. And if you're trying to decide which Breaker, it's any of them. It's the clear bug killer, close range domination. Whichever one you're going to choose, don't fret, you're going to have a good time. If you're looking for something a little bit more unique, try the Flamethrower. Overall, I ranked it a D tier, but honestly, against bugs alone, it's an S tier. When going up against bots, my go-to assault rifle is the Tenderizer. I don't know if you've ever heard the phrase, managed democracy isn't free, it's mag-fed. Well, this embodies it. If you're looking for something a little bit more close range on the bot front, look towards the Dominator or the ARC-12 Blitzer. The Blitzer is an ARC shotgun that is great at crowd control, keeping the bots in line and you alive. And for the Dominator, it's going to be the same outcome. Great at crowd control, definitely one of my picks to use on the bot front. And finally, when going up against the Illuminate, I have 3 options. The Sickle, the Double Edge, and the Scythe. All 3 of these weapons are very good in their own respect and have their own niches. But against Illuminate, that's when you see these guns really start to shine. And that is the current state of your arsenal, Helldiver. From flea flickers to faction destroyers, every weapon has its place, even if it's in your locker just collecting dust. And please, if you think I ranked anything wrong on this list, leave a comment and I'll explain to you why you're incorrect.